Hi all my sweet and beautiful friends. Today's video for Vlogmas, I thought it'd be really fun, and I'm not sure if anyone's done this, so if anyone has seen a video like this, definitely let me know down below, because I would always want to credit someone. And it is unrealistic Christmas gifts, and I had to narrow it down to 10 because as a girl, you know, we like all kinds of crazy stuff that are super unrealistic, but these are like my top 10 that I could think of that were like something I really strive to have one day in my life. All materialistic things, but all in good fun. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Charlie, and I would love to have you here. My videos mostly are like fashion, plus size related, lifestyle, decor, anything that just pertains to my life or in my videos. And I really think that if you find that interesting, I would love to have you stick around and subscribe. So like I said, today's video, I am giving you my 10 most unrealistic Christmas gifts that hopefully someday I might have. Let's get down to the 10 most unrealistic things that I could have asked for Christmas. This is a funny thing. This is just for shits and gigs. It's just to have some fun. I did quite a few gift guides this year that I will link below that will help you with realistic gifts, but these are unrealistic gifts, and I will pop pictures of everything on the screen so you guys kind of get an idea. So number one is something that I've wanted for years, and it is, I wrote it here, so I have the exact names, and it's the Louis Vuitton Luggage, the Key Pal 55, the one that's kind of smaller, the more classic, just like, it kind of reminds me of a duffel bag, but it's not, and it was roughly around $1,900. It's gorgeous. I love Louis Vuitton. I know that it's kind of, is mainstream the right word? I don't know. It's definitely high-end and luxury. It's beautiful items, but it's super duper expensive. So I really love that bag. I think it's very versatile. It would last you your whole life. I love it. I know it's unrealistic for my life right now, but I would love to someday own any type of Louis Vuitton luggage. I look through it all the time. I love going on the website and kind of just window shopping, but especially their luggage. It's gorgeous. They had one on the website that was an orange piece that I absolutely thought was stunning. I don't know the name of it offhand, but it was really pricey, up in the 3,000s. But the normal just the normal Key Paul 55 would be such an amazing gift. And I just want to sneak this in there. Their dog bags, like the little dog bags, I want one so bad, but they are literally more expensive than anything. They're like $3,500 for their dog bags. I would really love to have one day. Could you imagine me carrying around my Shih Tzu or my Chihuahua in a $3,500 Louis Vuitton dog bag? It would be a sight to see, but it would be super funny and cool. And maybe someday in the long term, it would be something that I could invest in, but not right now. It's just not in the budget for me. $3,500 dog bag. I've looked at a couple replicas, and I know I shouldn't buy them, but I really have. And I also would love to buy one of the dog collars, but they're like $450, which is still almost like half of some people's rents. So I don't know if I would splurge, but I have seen some really incredible replicas of the dog collars. But could you imagine someone walking around with a Louis Vuitton dog bag? I think it would be incredible, and I would really be happy for somebody, but I hope someday it's me. Okay, so number two, something that I have been eye hustling forever is the Balenciaga sneakers. They are roughly $1,050, and I really love them. Now, what I'm talking about is those chunky white ones, not the ones that kind of have like the sock look to them. I just love them, and I think that's why I love Fila's so much, because they have that really chunky, clunky heel, and they're like that chunky sneaker. I've wanted Balenciagas for so long. I think they look incredibly cute. I know they're not for everybody, but the idea of spending $1,000 on a pair of sneakers is just very cringy, and I think I would rather buy something that isn't going to get dirty because they're white, and you're not going to, and the problem is that I have a hard time using anything luxury that I have, like even my Louis Vuitton, I have like a hard time. Oh, my husband's hanky's hanging out of it. I just have a hard time because I'm so nervous about destroying something or ruining anything. Like my Louis Vuitton Neverfull has a little tiny like spot in it. I must have spilt something, or maybe a pen, or maybe marked it a little tiny bit, and I tried to clean it. I might have to take it and have it professionally done, but like it just creates such anxiety around wearing high-end things. So I don't know if I would ever wear the sneakers, so it would be pointless to have. It's like this sweatshirt. It's literally a $50 sweatshirt from Nike. And my husband's like, why haven't you worn your green like sherbet color sweatshirt? I was like, because I'm so afraid to get it dirty. Because the minute I put it on, something's going to spill on it and I'm going to cry. And this is only a $50 sweatshirt. Imagine walking around in $1,000 sneakers. So something maybe in the future, but I love the Balenciaga sneakers. So number 3 for my unrealistic Christmas gift. Now, my husband and I have been married 15 years. For our 10th wedding anniversary, he upgraded my ring to just a nice like past, present, future diamond ring. He picked it out on his own. It's beautiful. But my dream, now I don't want anyone to think I'm being selfish. I love this ring. If I had it for the rest of my life, I would be perfectly happy. Our marriage is wonderful and I'm very, very thankful and grateful about how incredible he is to me. But my dream ring is a 2-carat, I wrote it down, pear diamond with a halo. I love the pear-shaped diamonds, and I don't care if it was lab made. I wouldn't care if it was moissanite, because in my opinion, they are better for the environment and they last a lot longer and they're shinier. So I would definitely be okay with like a lab made diamond or a moissanite, but maybe like I can sneak it in there for our 20th anniversary. We'll be married 16 years on March 18th, so very soon we'll be 16 years. So maybe in the next 4 years, I can put the little bug in his ear to get me a pear-shaped with the halo, with the diamond halos around it. Now I want a full single diamond. I don't want diamond chips. Or like when they cut up the diamonds, I want a single 2-carat diamond pair. I know they're so expensive, and every time I go to like Zales or K Jewelers, they have similar ones that I want, and I like to look at them. But it's a future thing, and I have something very specific in mind, and I think it would be a nice gift. Very unrealistic, because some of them can be almost $7,000, but maybe here in the future. My daughter's almost grown. She's 15 years old. Well, she'll be off to college soon, so it would be like just me and my husband. So our food budget is going to go down, our electricity is going to go down, all of the things that we do. So maybe someday in the future. So for my next one, which would be number 4, is something that I've looked at many times when I'm at like Best Buy, and I almost bought it on one of our Best Buy. We have a Best Buy credit card. I almost splurged and bought it. It's the Samsung French door smart fridge. It's so expensive. It's like $3,500. I've looked at stuff that was very, very similar, but this one is so gorgeous. It has like the smart screen on the front, where I guess, I'm not really sure what it exactly show you, but it has that smart screen that looks like a TV on the front. It opens with the French doors, which is my dream. It has a double drawer bottom. I have an incredible fridge, believe it or not. The only thing about my fridge is it stacks long, so it's narrow. So I have a hard time figuring out how to organize the refrigerator. I would love to get like a tiny, cheap, like $200 or $300. I would love to just get a cheap, junky fridge. Even if I thrifted one up the street, I've seen quite a few quite a few fridges at the thrift store up the street, but I feel like they're overpriced. They're like $400 or $500 there, and I thought to myself, I can get a brand new one for the same price. So I think I'm gonna attempt to look at something new, and that would be like a refrigerator where I kept drinks, bread, things like that, that just takes up a lot of space in the normal refrigerator. If anyone has tips on how to store, like I said, it's a very narrow, but it's a decent sized refrigerator and freezer, and I think I need more freezer space. I think that's where I'm lacking. But that Samsung door, you know you're getting old and you're a mom when you dream about a $3,500 refrigerator. They are incredible, and I love the French style. Mine opens up like that as well, but I am missing those drawers where you can do your, like they have obviously your regular freezer drawer, but on top you'll have like your lunch meat drawer and things like that. It is a dream of mine, and I've almost bought them a few times, but I've passed because we just don't need to be making any more payments with our new mortgage and everything. But someday I will have one of those fancy refrigerators, mark my words. Okay, so number 5, I am a big loafer, clog, what are they called, mule type of girl. So I have always wanted a pair of Gucci 2015 re-edition women's Princetown loafer. They are right around $995, but they have this beautiful, they're black, they're sleek. I know they're technically a slipper, but I think they have a hard bottom where you could definitely wear them as a shoe, but they have fur lined and I love them. And there's definitely a pair from Steve Madden that look similar that I've looked at a few times that were right around $90 that I literally love. But a pair of Gucci loafers, could you imagine how sleek they would look? You could wear them with leggings, you could wear them with a long dress, you could wear them with jeans. One of my literal favorite looks is a pair of skinny jeans with a white button down or a white t-shirt and a pair of sexy loafers on a woman. I think it is so chic and sophisticated and is like, she looks rich and she looks expensive, and I love loafers. But the 2015 remastered Princetown loafers from Gucci are gorgeous. Let me know if you like them. Again, with the price though, at $1,000, I'd be so scared to ruin them. That's like why I don't buy Gucci slides or anything, because like they would literally sit in my closet because I would be too afraid to wear them. But they are so rich looking and stunning, and with that fur, I bet it feels so good on your feet. Definitely let me know if you've ever owned a pair. I would love to know if you love them. But yes, the Gucci loafers or Gucci slippers, whatever they are, I literally love. Okay, as you can kind of see, I'm definitely more like a shoe gal and like a purse girl. Those are like my things. Actually, anything fashion related, I really enjoy. But my dream is to just own a pair of classic Christian Louboutin black pumps. Just those classic patent leather kind, the ones that are like shiny and they have the gorgeous red backs, just those classic black ones. Now I've heard that they are so uncomfortable. My cousin, she's much older, she's like in her 50s, she owns a pair and she constantly posts pictures of her shoes, and I'm so jealous. She's got some beautiful pumps, but just a classic black pump from Christian Louboutin is a dream. Now, I have it written down that they're anywhere between $2,500 and $3,000, which is so incredibly expensive, but they make your feet look so beautiful. But I have heard, like I was going to say, they are super uncomfortable. Let me know if you've ever owned Christian Louboutins, if they are as uncomfortable as they say. I'm not a huge fan of pumps. I love the way they look, don't get me wrong, but walking them is so extremely hard. For the wedding, I wore a chunkier heel. Thank you, God, I didn't go with a pump, because I was on my feet for 4 or 5 hours, and not sneakers, oh my God, the heels that I wore really took good care of me, because even though my feet were sore, I was nowhere near as much pain as I thought I was going to be. And if I had worn pumps, I probably would have been dying. But because I think it was a chunkier heel, it kind of supported my ankle a little bit more, and my feet, I'll definitely, obviously you'll see in the first, when I show the picture of the wedding. But yeah, I would love a pair of Christian Louboutin, just classic black pumps. So for number 7, this is not like too expensive. It's roughly $159. So very expensive for us normal people, but it's not too high end, and it is a towel warmer. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of this. It's a spa towel warmer. It can warm your towel anywhere from 15, 30 to 60 minutes. You can put robes, clothes, blankets. It holds up to 4 towels, and it will warm your towel as you're in the shower. Do you remember, like, I think this is everyone's fondest memory, when your mom would pull warm clothes out of the dryer, or your grandparents, and you would lay on the bed and they throw them on top of you. Or sometimes, like, my grandparents would kind of warm up my clothes for me in the morning and help me get dressed when I was little. So it's a very fond memory. So anytime you pull something out of the dryer, it's just such a nice memory. Now, unfortunately, the dryer that I have has a cool down setting, which kind of stinks. So if you don't catch it before it hits the cool down setting, your clothes aren't going to be warm. But this was such a neat idea, a towel warmer. I never thought of it. And then when I saw that you could do blankets, which is kind of should have been obvious to me, or clothes, or your robes. Could you imagine getting out of the robe? Could you imagine getting out of the shower and getting into a hot towel or a hot robe? It would be luxurious, and it would feel like you were having your own personal spa day. So for number 8, it is a little strange, But if anyone knows me, I am a real mom. I have a real child, and I also am a dog mom. Obsessed with my 2 dogs. They are the loves of my life. I've had Shih Tzus in my life forever, since I was like 16 years old, and I love the breed, and I always dreamed of having a Chihuahua one day, and somehow, some way, we ended up with one. They're incredible, but my literal dream, it's unrealistic, not because of a price or anything, but just because 2 dogs is what is okay for us. Financially, we can provide for them well. We could take them to the vet when they need to be. And even though it is quite expensive, it is realistic with us for 2 dogs. But my dream one day is to own a golden retriever, whether that's a puppy or a rescue. They are the most incredible, incredible dogs. I would love one day to open up under the tree and there be a golden retriever like you see on the TikToks and you see all over the internet. But yes, one day my dream is to own a golden retriever. Someday, way, way, way in the future. Right now, it is super unrealistic for us. My Shih Tzu needs to get groomed, which is very, very expensive, but he gets groomed like every 8 to 10 weeks, so that's pricey. Then they have their vets. Gilly has to take his medication, food, all that. And I think right now, realistically, 2 dogs is perfect for our family. But someday in the future, I hope to own a golden retriever, and I hope to share that with you guys one day. That or a Great Dane, but definitely a golden retriever. 100% over any dog. I just want a snuggly golden retriever so, so bad. I did at one point have a lab. He was so sweet. His name was Roscoe, of course. I didn't name him. But he was the sweetest, kindest little boy in the whole world. We've had so many dogs. We had a Chow once. She was so, so smart. She was so incredibly smart. We've had a Rottweiler, incredibly smart and kind. We've had a lot of different dog breeds, but I would be so stoked to own a golden retriever. I think they gotta be the most incredible dog breeds. Okay, so for number 9, my dream, there is on the website Saks Fifth Avenue for right around $750. They have this gorgeous crystal vase. You always hear about that like on luxury shows, like someone getting a crystal vase for their wedding anniversary or their wedding gifts. I would love to own one. I love having flowers in the house, and I always chuck them into a mason jar. Not that they don't look cute. I need to get myself a regular like cheap vase, but there is one on Saks Fifth Avenue that is so gorgeous. I will post the exact one. It is so stunning and new. It is so stunning and unique looking, and I think that you're gonna like it just as much as I would. But for $750, it is not my budget right now. But someday I would love to own a crystal vase or vase. I don't know what you say. So last but not least, I thought this was so neat. So it's right around $259, and I found it on either Petco or PetSmart, and what it is a dog smart eye pet robot. So it gives you 360 view of your pets. It takes pictures and videos. It allows you to see and hear your pets, interact with them, and this was so cool, it also holds treats. So I would assume you're able to control it and drop little treats around the house for them. It's a little robot that's literally on wheels, and I assume because it's Bluetooth, you would control it from your cell phone, and it follows them around. And I said to my husband, like, he's like, how much is it? Like $1,500? I was like, no, it's like $250. How incredible is that? It looks like a little robot. Now with my dogs, I would be nervous that they would kind of like attack it and get nervous, but how cool if you had like a chill dog that wouldn't mind it. That is so incredible. My only thing is like, is it mean to talk to your dogs through like a camera and they can't see you? Do they get confused and they don't know what's going on? Like that would be my only concern. But I've taken, the longest I ever really like to leave my dogs home alone is like 4 to 5 hours. The one's still a puppy in my opinion. He's like 1.5 years. So leaving him any longer than that makes me a little bit nervous. My 4-year-old, he could go about 8 hours if he had to, because he's much older, you know what I mean? But my baby, I don't think he could. So I don't like to leave them anywhere more than like 4 or 5 hours alone, but having that little robot would be super duper cool to follow them around, see what they're doing, take pictures. I think it'd be a really neat idea. So those are my 10 unrealistic Christmas gifts. Is there anything that you could share down below that you have been wanting or eye hustling, or something unrealistic that you know that someday you really would love to splurge on? I would love to know down below. If any of these items you own, I would love to hear how you like them. They're pretty unrealistic, so I don't know how many people would own any of these things, but if you do, I would love to hear from you down below. So if you enjoyed this, I hope you stick around, subscribe. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I hope this brings you a little bit of joy and laughter, because they're so silly and unrealistic, but maybe someday. So if you enjoyed this, I hope you give me a thumbs up, and I will see all of my beautiful friends in the next one. Bye, guys.